African Union has failed to live up to its responsibility, the moment the Union cannot end the war in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The crisis in the Democratic Republic of the Congo has reached an alarming level. Over 7 million people have been displaced from their homes as alleged, because of the crisis in the country, and there is an organization called the African Union that has failed to live up to its expectation by stopping the war in that country. We are calling on the African Union to devise a more useful approach to ending the war in the Democratic Republic of the Congo so that the displaced people can return to their homes. We would also use this opportunity to call on the leadership of the Democratic Republic of the Congo to start making plans on how to get extra assistance, preferably from Russia, if the African Union fails to show concern about the terrible situation going on in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Inviting Russia would make all other foreign nationals who are part of the problem to leave the country and stop digging the mineral resources of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which in our opinion would be the best option. So the leadership of the country should begin to act now to avoid further brutal attacks from the enemies of the country. Nigerians should not blame President Bola Tinubu so much for the economic problems of the country, but rather the blame should go to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and the corrupt judiciary of Nigeria. Alhaji Bola Tinubu, who is now the president of Nigeria, is like a salesman who wants a specific client for his company, so he worked out a strategy to achieve his goal, knowing fully well that with money he can get the specific client to his side. Even if it requires going to borrow more money to achieve his objectives, it does not matter to him, and immediately he gets what he wants. Then the next plan is to collect all the money he spent in getting this special client. After that is done, he would begin to invest in himself and his family, which is exactly what Alhaji Bola Tinubu is doing. Our point here is that Alhaji Bola Tinubu cannot change the economy of Nigeria for good, which is the truth. Take it or leave it. Again, after Nigeria's fraudulent election, we advised the authorities of Nigeria not to swear into office Alhaji Bola Tinubu until all election matters are carefully looked into by various players of the system, which they ignored because they had been offered millions of dollars as bribes as alleged. We know that the moment a president has taken the oath of office, it becomes absolutely difficult to remove such a leader from office because he is going to make sure that all loopholes are completely blocked. Alhaji Bola Tinubu used his money to achieve his target, which is the presidency of Nigeria, because of the corrupt Independent National Electoral Commission's chairman, who has no conscience, and also those corrupt judges of Nigeria who put money first before the people of Nigeria. Now Nigerians are suffering severely as a result of economic hardship, which is biting them so hard. This is very unfortunate. But then, it is an eye-opener for Nigerians to know what to do in 2027 when another election will be held. If you cast your votes and do not protect them and the unexpected happens, then you will have yourselves to be blamed. So Nigerians, be wise and do the needful when the time comes. In the recent hunger protest in the northern part of Nigeria, it was alleged that hoodlums set fire to a law court building where Alhaji Ganduya's fraud case file was kept. What a terrible story. Alhaji Ganduya is a strong member of the All Progressives Congress, who is known by Nigerians both at home and abroad to be a very corrupt leader, who also loves power so much. But one terrible thing about Alhaji Ganduya, according to some Nigerians who spoke to a Viewers Corner news correspondent in Abuja, is that the man and his gang might have arranged such a deceitful act so that the fraud case against him would not hold again. Most Nigerian politicians can do anything to get themselves out of any situation. Alhaji Ganduya was accused of fraud, and where his files were kept has been destroyed by fire. So what next? We expect that a copy of such an important file should be kept, not only at the law court but also somewhere safe, because we live in a digital era where no document can be lost. So if those handling Alhaji Ganduya's fraud case are serious about this issue, they know exactly where and how to retrieve such an important file. We are calling on the leadership of Nigeria to eradicate corruption in the country because it is one of the reasons Nigeria as a country cannot move forward. APC governorship candidate in Edo State, in Nigeria, who said in his election campaign that he would bring insecurity into Edo State, has nothing to offer to the people of the state if elected as governor. We are calling on the people of Edo State in Nigeria to carefully examine the activities of the APC governorship candidate in the state if he is the right person to lead Edo State. We are saying so because, in his election campaign, he said that he would bring insecurity into Edo State. He had also made so many negative statements concerning how he would lead the people of Edo State if he becomes the governor of the state. Some people who spoke to a Viewers Corner news correspondent in Benin City, the capital city of Edo State, said that the man made a mistake during his speech, but in our opinion, we believe that he is not qualified for the position he is applying for. How can a candidate of a political party in his election campaign say that he would bring insecurity into a state he is aspiring to lead? Even if it is a mistake as people said, he should have corrected it immediately. Someone who wants such a job should not have made such a mistake. We want to remind the people of Edo State in Nigeria that the governorship position is a big deal, and anyone who wants to occupy such a position should have all the qualities to be in that position. In our opinion, the APC governorship candidate in Edo State does not have what it takes to direct the affairs of the state. But if the people of Edo State decide to elect him as the governor of the state, then it is all right. France and the USA, including other countries of the West, can play a great role in Africa and still get what they thought they had lost. We have said so much concerning this, and we shall continue to do so until all the countries involved come to embrace a peaceful approach to solving issues. Various African countries are aware and also have spotted a huge French ship on the Ivory Coast. Those who wrote to the Viewers Corner news office said that France is not happy because they were removed from some countries in Africa, so they have decided to fight back using some corrupt African leaders to achieve their objectives. Based on this, we are calling on the leadership of France to tread carefully because Africa of the past is not Africa of today. Africa is fully aware of what France and other colonial masters did to their forefathers, so any attempt to have such a dehumanizing and deceitful system brought back to Africa shall be resisted by Africans. Again, we would use this opportunity to inform France that Africa is not alone in this fight to liberate the continent of Africa. Other world powers are also behind Africa and are ready to assist Africa to get back to its feet. We believe that diplomacy is the best method to be used, if France wants to still be on the continent of Africa. The use of force should not be an option, so France should get that at the back of their mind. We are saying so because over 16 coup attempts were carried out to remove the military leader of Burkina Faso, which had failed and will continue to fail. This alone would tell France that the power behind those countries on the continent of Africa is great and huge. In the past, when a leader of Africa tried to push France out of Africa, the leader in question would be killed, but not anymore, so France should tread carefully because it is not going to be business as usual. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's decision not to attend the China-Africa summit in China is a nice one, if not the unexpected may have happened. The military leader of Burkina Faso declined an invitation to attend the China-Africa summit held in China. Instead, he decided to send some representatives to go to the summit, which is a smart move. Our point here is that most military leaders of Africa who were overthrown in the past were as a result of leaving their various countries to attend a summit in another country. Meaning that those military officers they handed power to before leaving their various countries to attend such a summit were compromised. The military leader of Burkina Faso is doing a great job and he is well liked in his country and around Africa, so most people believe that, if he had traveled to China at this crucial period, there is every possibility that he could have been overthrown by a corrupt military officer in Burkina Faso. Again, this is a military leader who has survived over 16 military coup attempts against him and he has foiled all of them. thanks to the cooperative efforts of his team, including others with good intentions for the people of Burkina Faso and Africa as a whole. Although this may not be his reason for not attending the summit in China. But as observers of history, our research on this topic is a fact. If you want more in-depth news analysis, subscribe to Viewers Corner News and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Thanks for watching.